talked about being in her 40s or 50s and being a mother, pursuing her career and all. That actually brings me to ask a small question just on the same topic to Vidyadhari ji and Sonal ji, because both of them are also mothers. Do you agree with her point, and what's your take on it?
What Devjani told was exactly where all most women stand in that phase in their question, because they don't know whether this is right or that is right. Always to define what is your defining personality, depending on what you actually want. See, if it is career that you actually want, I think you should just go, and you should have the ability to convince your family in such a way that, when you give the entire picture, I think everybody will take it right? If you say, this is what I want to do, and this is where I get, and this is, if I do this, these things will be handled in such a way, or my child will handle himself, or he knows how to put his breakfast on the table, or, or he can pack his books, these kind of things. I will teach responsibilities, and I want to do this because I feel so and so, and then everybody will get it. And for anything and everything, there will be a few set of people who will say no or who will disagree. But if you have your closest inner circle who's okay with that, or who's willing to grow up to the need, then I think it should not be a problem. Because I myself have handled almost 20 days out of my job, out of my home. And I had so my elder one was born at that time. I left him when he was 1.5 months old. I was asked to join 15 days earlier than the time I was given maternity. And then I joined because there was some conference coming up, some responsibility, and my family took it also like that. But I think I was good with telling, because my mother-in-law supported, my father-in-law supported, my husband supported, my mom, dad, everybody were in support, because they knew I was career oriented, and they knew that though at some points of time I would feel guilty. If it was in this phase of maturity, I would not have felt guilty, but I would feel guilty sitting there in the conference. What am I doing with my life? Is it right? Is it wrong? I think most of them go through that. Okay, now when I look back, because I can look at it from a the camera view kind of thing, I feel I needn't have felt, because my children developed into that kind of individuals, of being independent, of being able to handle. They can advise me. We can have friendly conversations. Otherwise, they would have treated me like the maid of the house, right? And I'm not saying somebody staying at home and their homemakers are not valuable. I value them the most, because that's the most thankless job that anybody does, and I'm in that now. But I feel it's even in that space, a woman can always be, strong enough. And actually, if you see, she's the one who runs everything. Though everybody gets credit for it, on the backside of everybody's success is this one woman who stands and projects it in such a way that they are successful. There's always that back end stuff that goes on. So I think it is right to feel and right to have authority over whatever you feel. Just that, like it's God given that, that all of us can communicate well. Like Amaresh said, it's so much that women can communicate by, by body, by words, by eyes. Every sense in the body can communicate, right? So it's the same with everybody. I think it's in a higher degree for women. It's just given like that, right? So I think she will be able to convince everybody. It's just that first she feels she gets her mindset right, and then you can convince others. But I think somewhere in between our culture, there was this, so many colonizations and other things. The feudalism took over, and we copied the feudalism into our stuff. Actually, there's no feudalism for us. There is no feminine, there's no masculine. They are up, they are down. It's never been like that. And in a family, all women and men had same kind of contribution, either emotionally, physically, or anything was shared equally, and whoever could do it. And maybe as they get older, they will go off they'll take different other responsibilities, but otherwise being a husband and wife or being a father and mother was always equal, isn't it? So I think it is just that getting that in the mindset is very, very important for women.
What do you think, Sonal ji? You agree with Vidya ji?
I completely agree with the Vidyadhari ji that your inner circle, that is very important. Because agar you get that support now and you have that right mindset, I can understand Devjani ji, because she kept on going because she had that passion for that. She made herself clear that I have to do. So many women are there that they are like, okay, happy with whatever they are having. But she kept on moving because she wanted to fill her inner passion, right? So that is something more important, I think, where you make that clear, that how you have to take your life ahead now, when your kids are gone, when you have all the basic things in life. Now, what is exactly you want to do? So if you want to fill your cup, then you have to move ahead anyhow. Kuch bhi hai, bas jana hai. That should be the spirit, and that's that's what I think Devjani ji is doing, and so nice of her.
Very big applause to all the mothers. Please join me with this applause. So this we will take this floor to Krishna now. What was the topic you wanted to share, Krishna, today?
My topic was the true essence of the feminism, and previously discussed the topics. Devjani ji, Vidyadhari ji, and Nandini ji and Sonal ji, whatever they said, are the gist of my discussion today. Because this feeling of self being that Nandini ji, she said that we should value ourselves. That the things we have been taught are not the Bible. We have to value our own wishes, that we have to do this, we have to do that, but it will be our choice. We always think take our choice priority, that I will do that. Vidyadhari ji, like Vidyadhari ji said that this our priority should be us. This is the thing. This is the thought process of feminism. Actually, nowadays people thinks that being a feminist is misandry, like hating men. This is all the gist of feminism nowadays. But this is not true. Feminism means equality. It is both male and females perspective. Their they both should be prioritized. It should be the development of the both genders towards a better future. But everyone thinks that she's a feminist, that means she hates men. She's a feminist, she likes to bash male gender. But that is not true. Actually, the thing is, in early days, when human beings are started to evolve, they had very small priorities like fooding, clothing, and the shelter. But gradually, as they start to grow as a society, as community, their demands get started to become complex, right? So when they are growing, they also started to convert these demands into some rights, some privileges. But the thing is, as time goes by, a certain section of the human being changed themselves, started to take those privileges for granted, but a smaller section remains behind. Their situation remained the same, just because they are different as in a certain anatomical structure. The feminism movement that this started at late 18th century is just to make a progress to that section. And they started for the rights of the vote. So there's a political rights, educational rights, even to run publicly, even able to be able to run publicly, and then to say something in the marriage, to have reproductive rights, to say that should I carry the child or not. That is the thing. The dress code. I am not comfortable with this clothes, but no, it is imposed on the women that you should wear this, just because society doesn't accept you. Okay, so these things, these suppressing started, and it continued for a long time. But as the feminism movement started, it started to change. We had a lot of opportunities. We got a lot of opportunities, but now it has morphed into something different. The basic concept of feminism was equality of the gender, but now people think that it is female domination, but that's not true. It is to be able to express yourself. It is to be able to express yourself as a woman, that I have my own thought process, I have my own point of view, and I have the right to be able to lead my life on that point of view. I'm not being selfish. If I love myself, if I decide to love myself, prioritize my health, that doesn't mean I'm selfish. If I prioritize my mental health, that doesn't mean I'm thinking about only myself, I'm neglecting my family. That is not true. If I want to pursue a career, it won't harm my family. Although I can be a little bit busy, I can be absent in certain events, but that doesn't mean I don't love my family. I can be both a family member, a loving family member, a mother, and also a woman, a friend to myself. That is the true essence of feminism. All the things said here today are the main essence of feminism. I'm not going to say any more, but the main thing is that we should change our perspective, especially today's netizens who just get influenced quickly by TikToks and whatever rubbish is showing now in the name of various shorts and etc. They should be properly educated about what is feminism, what is being a woman, what are the basic rights. Education is the main thing. That it can be done in the family also. You see, when a girl sees that her brother is getting priority, her brother is getting the big part of the food, her brother is getting pocket money, but she is not. Although maybe she wants that for her education, she wants that for a book, but her brother getting more. That also suppresses her inner self. So that thing that also have becomes a part of her personality, that also drives her to be silent, to be to be able to not express herself. These things, these small things within the family should be targeted and should be eradicated. That you both, irrespective of you're a girl or a boy, you both are our child, you both have the same right, you both have the right to live happily and peacefully. And for that, the basic knowledge has to be taught, that your brother and you are the same, and this knowledge will carry out in the future, that she will treat her son and daughter same, and she will also help her colleague or her fellow human women to be to live peacefully, to live with their human rights. Am I right or am I wrong?